are Sidechatz, and sorry we've been on a little hiatus. We've graduated and we started our summer jobs, internships, all of that stuff, but we're back and we're trying to film more on Sundays. So today we are doing an episode of Am I the A-hole? We have our friend Omima here with us and she is going to be reading the Reddit post. Okay, let's get started.
Am I the a-hole for not accepting my sister's relationship with my ex despite her having cancer as a teenager?
Huh?
What?
What?
Wait, what does cancer
That is a crazy
Hold
person.
on. That was crazy.
It sounds like she's using that
The
as
cancer
an
as an
excuse.
excuse?
Yeah.
I can tell her right now, she is not the a-hole.
My 25-year-old father married my stepsister's 23-year-old mother when I was 4 and she was 3. We lived together most of our lives and are a family. She and I were extremely close. She developed cancer when she was 14 and was sick for 2 years. She's since made a full recovery, and during that time my parents became understandably overprotective. They also asked a lot of me. I quit my extracurriculars so I could get a job that went towards her medical bills and so I could drive her to appointments. I didn't go to dances or have any fun activities as I needed to include her. I did almost all of this willingly, the exception being having to quit my high school volleyball team. I did throw a bit of a tantrum about that, but was swiftly punished. And I think having one emotional breakdown was pretty chill given the circumstances.
Given this current context, yeah, she's still in the clear. But
We haven't gone to the boyfriend part yet, so I.
I don't hear anything that she's doing wrong. I mean, she's even helping her sister right now.
But as we know it, right? Her sister's 1 year younger than her, and they're step siblings. Okay, continue.
Anyhow, I go to college and meet my then boyfriend, now ex, we'll call him Ben, when I'm a junior. We fall in love, blah blah blah, and he and I move in together when we graduate. So we've been living together for about 3 years. We were serious until July, until I walked into my bedroom and saw him having relations with my sister.
That's grimy.
Sister's bugging.
That is crazy.
Sister's
So I'm
bugging.
assuming by this point she's over the cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she
she made
survived.
she made a full recovery by 16. I ain't worried about that. That is an unnecessary fact. How you survive leukemia to die by my hands?
You should never go for your
Deathmatch. Sibling deathmatch, bro.
siblings or
Like that is
exes.
gross. That is sick.
I broke it off, tears were shed, and he moved out, etc. My sister apologized at first, but then backed off. I thought she was giving me space, but last week she called and asked if we could meet up. She told me that she and Ben were in love, and were just telling me as a courtesy before they started posting photos online. Distraught, I left her in the restaurant by herself and did not pay my portion of the bill. She later Venmo requested me, asking for the money.
That is ridiculous.
Not the Venmo request. It's not a sister.
Your stepsister might as well just spat on you. Like that is just another level of disrespect.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take your man and I'm gonna ask you to pay for your porch. That's crazy.
My main thing here is the fact that she's like, oh no, I was just letting you know we were in love
Yeah.
while we were in a
Like she
relationship.
didn't even ask first. She just
She said this is a courtesy that I'm telling
Her
you.
boyfriend grimy too.
It's your man.
Her
Yes.
boyfriend
It's
is
your-
grimy too.
Yes.
Yeah,
not forget
bro.
about him.
There's nothing. Continue. There has to be a question here.
She told my parents, who then called me to their house, telling me how disappointed they were in me, that I'm not supporting my sister's relationship with Ben.
That is crazy.
They brought up the fact that because she had cancer as a teenager, she never learned proper social etiquette and has a hard time meeting people. I don't buy this, in part because I've seen her socialize just fine, and since we spent a good chunk of time she was sick together, that would mean that I should have bad social skills as well by that logic. Then they told me that if I didn't accept my sister and Ben's relationship, they may have to go no contact with me and abandon me. I reminded them that I'm also their daughter and they should understand my point of view, but they are adamant that this is me being jealous of her.
This is my villain arc.
You're
This
clearly
girl-
not the favorite.
She's not the a-hole. She's not the favorite. She needs to be saved.
The dad is her biological father, right?
Right.
Man's grimy too. That is
How
brave.
you gonna drop one of your kids for
Your
another one of
actual
your
kid
kids?
for. That's crazy.
She's seen how they move. So.
You got it. You got it.
They got it. They
You
got it.
Well, she can't like get up and abandon her whole family.
Yes, she can.
Actually,
Yes, she can.
I mean, I
Yes, she
abandoned
can.
her.
They
like-
threatened her to do that. What are you
yes, they
talking
can.
about?
You could do it. I could do it too.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
I have not heard one thing that she has done wrong.
She sounded a victim.
Now no one in my immediate family is talking to me, and I'm getting messages from my aunts, uncles, and cousins telling me that I am an a-hole and I'm really selfish.
Drop that family, bro.
Turns out, my sister is not only in a relationship with Ben now, but is 4 months pregnant, which means that her and Ben were cheating on me for much longer than I have guessed. And apparently my parents are so adamant that I should forgive her because I'm already ruining their experience of their first grandchild. That's right, I'm less important than my stepmom posting ultrasounds to Facebook. This is where I'm at. Am I the a-hole?
No, you're not the a-hole. Like they cheated.
Do the parents know that he cheated on her with the sister, or like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're still making her support
Because I'm
that?
assuming she said they got it together freshman year of college, whatever, first year. Then they moved in together after college. So they've been good together for a good 4 or 5 years. So they know about homie.
Yeah, no, you're not the a-hole.
That's grimy.
No, if your family supports cheating, then the values just don't align.
In any way, shape you can get help. Find help.
From a different perspective, I would forgive them just because there's nothing that she can gain out of holding a grudge against them, because it's not like she wants him back, right? So forgive them, let them be, but stay away from
Bev?
everything that's happening with that family.
I love you,
Nah.
but that could never be me.
The answer is hell no.
I'm taking that one to the grave. But I'm telling you right now, let me know that I get cheated on and everybody in my family is like, no, just let him do it.
Nah, never talk to me. Never see me again.
Forgive them. But I'm gonna remember that.
Forgiveness is for the strong, and I am weak.
I respect, y'all are strong, bro. Y'all are strong.
The most popular comment on this post is, I had cancer as a teenager. I've managed to not have relations with either of my siblings' partners, weirdly enough. And someone replies, maybe you were on a different treatment plan.
Is she the a-hole?
No.
No, you are far from it. You are an angel, bro.
I need to find one where you are the a-hole. It
They
is
actually
your
tell you on Reddit like what the consensus is. It was not the a-hole.
Yeah, agreed.
There's another one we could do.
Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend that I told her so after one of her male friends tried to get with her?
Absolutely no.
I told you so? No.
I told you so. What are you talking about?
But it's like it depends on like
Yeah, let's hear
the
more. Let's
tone
hear,
you
yeah.
say it in the situation.
You always want to
It's
say
like, okay, dang.
you always want to say things from a good place, but at the same time, if I told you before,
I told you
let
so.
me be human about it.
Well, I feel like it's a little petty, but we'll see the context.
Yeah,
Let's see.
let's see the context first.
My girlfriend and I have been together for about a year now. My girlfriend has more than a few guy friends, unlike me. However, with two of these guys, it's very clear that they want more than just a friendship from her. Like clear as day, to the point where I don't get how she doesn't see it. If I can notice just how weird the energy is that they try to exude when I'm present, she should be able to get it right too, right?
So, from his point of view, he probably sees that there is something. But from the girl's point of view, she
May not see anything.
You know, like they've been friends for a while. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what you see on the outside may not be
Homie's playing the long game, bro.
may not be how it's
Homie's playing
actually
the
like.
That's actually a thing.
I
and that's
see that
super
too.
weird, bro.
I would like to confirm that as well. Like,
But what if it's just like he's
What?
just assuming?
that's what, no, I agree. We're gonna get more context into what
Mhm.
you know he thinks is like it's so obvious.
Yeah.
But if it's like, oh, like they try to cuddle up or then
If
like
they're weird,
if they're,
when,
like,
when
really
he's around,
weird,
that's a little
then that's
weird.
like,
Come on,
that's-
bro.
come
Like
on
have some
now.
respect for son, bro.
but I can very much also see this being like, oh, like I just didn't see that because we're friends and I only see them as friends. And now like I can give that grain of salt, but like we got to see how far she was willing
let's
to be.
see what
Yeah,
it is.
because some verbal cues are very
Like you got to
subtle.
be able to see that. Come on.
I'm just letting her know, and as a guy, I can probably tell much better than she can, since women tend to be a little slow regarding things like this.
Just
Anytime I have pointed this out, she gets upset with me, and she tells me that I'm just being jealous and reading into things that aren't there. I argue back, and I'm just letting her know that. So 2 nights ago, she was hanging out with her friends, and this guy was present, and from what she told me, they were all drinking, and he said some things that implied that he wanted to be with her. She was made uncomfortable by this, and the night ended shortly after. Fast forward to yesterday morning, she got a series of texts apologizing for what he said, and then backpedaling and saying that he would treat her so much better than me, and she's just wasting her time with me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
She of course said no and was upset with him, and after she told me, I just read the text and simply said, wow, who could have seen this coming? Sarcastically. This set her off and got her mad, and she said that I was being such a huge a-hole to her, and she had no way of seeing this coming. She's been pissed at me since. Am I the a-hole?
Oh, no, you're right. You're the-
Okay, no. So she just completely didn't know, like, you know, based on her vibes and all that. But it's up to her to be in charge of her actions, and she loyally told you what happened. Like, I feel like if you say I told you so, that's kind of immature. It's like, yeah, in this situation you got it right, but what if it wasn't? So
But
it's like,
he did.
I wouldn't say he's an a-hole because he did get it right.
Did get it
like,
right.
I feel like he could have went about it with a less
Sure,
harsher tone.
yeah.
Like,
I agree.
told you so. It's like he's counting his win.
It is
Yeah.
petty. It is petty. But to me, I mean, sometimes you gotta. I feel like if you're really in a relationship, sometimes you really just gotta take some of those hits. So you just gotta be
Yeah.
like, you got that.
If that would have happened, like, yeah, you're right. You got that one.
Yeah,
you got that one. You're right. You're right. Like,
Because he did say before.
why
Like,
why would you get mad at him for being right about somebody else wanting you?
I'm still stuck on the slow comment, but it's more of it's not that she's upset that he was right. It's just that he said it very sarcastically, like, oh, who could have seen this coming? I mean, I understand why he would say something like that because he's been warning her that this has been happening, but by him saying that, that's what she's angry at. Just his tone and the way that he's going about this.
Talk to me nice.
yeah. And that's okay. Like, you can be upset at the tone, and that could be something that you can argue about, but like at the same time,
But
it's
acknowledge I'm right.
it hurt your feelings, but that don't. Every time your feelings are hurt doesn't mean you're deserving of an apology. in my
Or
opinion.
have to have an outburst.
Yeah, like just because something like hits you, that doesn't always mean that somebody wronged you. It's like somebody could have said something you didn't like, but it's like at the end of the day, though, in my head, like he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Like
He
it was
was
just
right.
he was like, yo, like who could have seen that coming? And it's like you're right, he did like you, and he told you before, but you didn't believe him, and that's okay. He lets you have your friend, you can do your thing, but it turned out like who could have seen this coming? She's like, dang, why'd you have to say that? But it's like,
I mean, I don't blame both of their feelings because it was her longtime friend. Like she thought he was just a friend.
right.
But I guess in this situation, he wanted more, but he could have said a little less harsher.
Yeah.
No, because homie said I could treat you way better than.
I could treat you
That's some
better than
grimy
that.
stuff,
If I'm
bro.
reading this text, I'm
I'm
like,
like, all right. So I told you so. This is like you gotta stop being friends with him now.
It depends
After
on
you
how
said
he's
that.
saying. Like, if it's like I told you so in like a funny, like lighthearted manner, like you got that, you got that.
Like if it's like a harsh, like I told you so, this is why you should block and blah blah blah. I get to make that decision. You know, out of respect for you, I would do it, but I just don't like being told what to do.
Cause you got not lucky, but like
Nah, because
you were right.
crazy.
Hold on,
It
it's
got
like you were right in this scenario, but it could have went any which way.
because I think this does relate back to what you were saying before about like the slow comment. I don't think girls are slow to picking up on the fact that a guy might like them. I just don't think. I feel like if you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Like if a guy likes a girl, like you can usually either A, sense of vibe. I don't think y'all are slow at getting that sense. So it's like if you feel that way, and it's to the point where me, your man, really does feel that way, he clearly is into you. Like I can tell that, and I want to tell you about it. And then you say no, he's not. That's okay. Like do your own thing then. Like that's your friend. You trust him. But then if we find out that yeah, he really was into you, and
then
like
you
that
cut
was,
that. Then you cut that.
Some
Okay, what do you
stuff.
think about this though? It's like the girl or whatever doesn't think there's anything, like there's nothing going on. It's just like
It's not on
an
her.
outside point of view, like the guy just thinks there is something going on. What if the boyfriend's like, oh, stop being friends with them?
Before finding out anything.
Yeah, before finding out.
And honestly, if he says it because he feels like his boundaries are being crossed, I understand. But if it's a friendship that you care so like deeply about, you're like, no, that's I can't cross. I can't do that for you. Then that's a conversation you have. That can go, I feel so strongly about it that if you want to be friends with him, then we gotta break up. Or it could be, all right, I'll chill out and let you have your friendship. And then if you find out later that they do like you, then you cut it.
But are they the a-hole?
No,
I don't think either one of them are. I think it's just a weird situation. I ain't mad at you for getting your hidden, you know, you got your job.
This one's tough
You need,
though.
you need a couple.
You gotta,
you need a couple. Every
we
now
do
and then.
eat, so we be eating something.
Eat,
You
no.
know, and then I get to shoot.
What did the internet say?
A-hole.
Really? Wait, that the guy's the a-hole or the girl's the a-hole?
That the guy.
I feel like the I told you so is kind of uncalled for.
But this is your man also reading a text that you just had with your friend saying, I can treat you better.
Is
than-
crazy.
Than
And
I
that's the only thing.
yeah.
That's the only one thing
That's
he
the
said.
only
That could
one
be
thing
way
that I'm
more.
reading. I'm like,
That could be
really?
way
Like this? I've been told you about this.
Yeah. I think both the guy and the girl, they're valid.
Yeah,
So.
it seems like a normal relationship conversation that you just have. Thank you guys for watching us react to Am I the A-hole post on Reddit. Let us know in the comments if you agree with what we said, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post videos every Sunday, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!